Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I hope you all are fine. My name is Aisha Asim. Here I am the student of MS Chemistry from UMT. Here I am going to discuss the review article which I have done under the supervision of Dr. Hammad. The topic of my article is fig plant. Here we are going to study its ingredients, its importance and its reference from the Holy Quran. Let's go through its topics which are we going to study in this article. First of all, we go through its abstract, then its introduction, that's its distribution around the world, then its names, classification, and botanical description, which is actually its morphology. Then we will study about its nutrients, and then there are some uses which are traditional uses, pharmaceutical uses, environmental applications, and then at the last we are going to study about its reference from the Holy Quran, and then we will conclude our topic. Let's first start our discussion from the abstract. Abstract is actually the summary of the whole review article. Fig tree, which is also known as the Ficus carica. Normally it is known as fig tree, but commonly it is called fig. But in scientific study, it is known as Ficus carica. Was mentioned once in Quran in Surah Al-Tin. In that same surah, God swore to figs because of its great benefit. Ficus carica is one of the oldest trees belonging to the family of Moraceae. Figs are not only delicious but are rich in the minerals including potassium, calcium, and magnesium, iron, and copper. It is a sweet fruit with multiple seeds and soft skin which can be eaten when ripened or dried, and it usually found in Asia, India. This paper aims to describe the properties of fig, composition and nutrients, as well as its advantages and uses in traditional medical practices in treating several health issues. The fig tree has been used as a therapy for various diseases such as inflammation, gastric problems, cancer, hepatoprotective, diabetes, constipation, and can also reduce Alzheimer. Despite being rich in minerals, figs are a good source of anti-ointment, inflammatory, and antimicrobial, which contain high amount of phenolics, organic compound, and volatile acids. Figs are also good source of fibers and vitamin A and K that contributes to healthy living. This review is collect from the information about fig component and to determine the health and medical benefits of the fig. Now let's discuss its introduction. India has an ancient heritage of traditional medicine. The material medical provide a great deal of information on the folklore practices and traditional aspects of therapeutically important natural products. Indian traditional medicine is based on various systems including Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani and homeopathy. The evaluation of all these drugs is based on phytochemical and pharmacological approaches which lead to the drug discovery, often is referred as the natural product screening. Any part of the plant may contain active component like bark, leaves, flowers, roots, fruits, seeds, etc. The beneficial medicinal effects of plant material typically result from the combination of secondary products present in the plant. In this regard, one such plant is Ficus carica, one of the oldest medicinal plant recorded in the Indian system of medicine. Literature survey indicated that figs that are Ficus carica are cultivated for over 11,000 years, and fig, which almost certainly predate for human use, are the earliest cultivated plants. Even the Olympic athletes were given fig as a training food, and figs were given as the laurels to the winners of the first Olympic as a medal. This shows the importance of the fig. Figs and fig trees throughout the world and the Ficus genus were also very likely one of the earliest and the best sources of cultivated medicine as well as food for people and for the domesticated animals. Now discuss about the distribution. Fig is distributed in Southwest Asia and Eastern Mediterranean region from the Turkey in the east of Spain and Portugal in the west. It is also grown commercially in the part of USA and Chile to small extent in Arabia, Persia, India, China and Japan. It is cultivated in India commercially few centers near Pune, Maharashtra and Bellary and Anandpur district, South India. In Punjab, Uttar Pradesh and Mysore is most grown scattered in garden and in home yards. Vernacular names. Vernacular names are given on the basis of their region. In English, common fig tree, it is known as. In Hindi, it is called Anjeer. In Sanskrit, it is called Anjira. In Punjabi, it is called Fagari. In Pakistan, it is called Anjeer. And in Arabic, it is known as Teen. Now we will study about its classification. There are classification. Fig is divided into the kingdom Plantae. Its division is Magnoliophyta. Its class is Magnoliopsida. Its order is Rosales. Its family is Moraceae. Its genus is Ficus and its species Ficus carica. Now we will discuss its botanical description, which is actually its morphology. Ficus carica is usually a 15 to 20 feet tall deciduous tree with numerous spreading branches and trunki rarely more than 7 feet in diameter. The latex of the plant is milky white and mainly contains phycin, that is protein hydrolytic enzyme. The root system in the plant is typically shallow and spreading. The species name carica means having papaya-like leaves. Figs, which are shown below in the figures, are axillary on the leaf branchlets, paired and solitary, and usually pear-shaped. Flowers are seen in the receptacles arise from the axial of old leaf. The upper part of the receptacle is occupied by the female flower and the lower part by the male flower. The interior portion is white, inner ring containing seed mass found with jelly-like flesh. The leaves of the plant are bright green single, alternate, as shown in the figure, and largely usually up to 1 feet in length. The outer bark is silvery gray and ash-colored, exfoliated with irregular rounded flakes. The middle bark section appear as brownish or light reddish brown in color. The inner part consists of layers of light yellowish and orange-brown colored granular tissues. Experiments by the scientists using reversed phase liquid chromatography have shown the change in the color of fig fruits, that is red, yellow, black and green, to the total polyphenols, total flavonoids and antioxidant capacity, as well as the amount of the profile of the anthocyanins. According to a report of the scientific study in 2011, a change in the color of the fig skin was studied and it was found that the black fig contained high amount of total phenolics, total anthocyanins and antioxidant capacity. There are three kinds of fig. Two of them are dark and one is white. In comparison, there was no significant difference seen in them. However, there were quite some significant differences in the organic acid and sugar content. The manufacture of fig in China shows that there are several processing products such as preserved fruit, dried fig, juice, wine, jam, powder, but most widespread are preserved fruits and jam. Figs are used in traditional medicine in treating diseases such as liver disease, cancer, anemia, skin disease, diabetes, paralysis, and leprosy. Fig leaves are used for the traditional treatment and show also that fig leaves contain phenylpropanoids. Other scientists concluded in 2017 that fig leaves are used in treating dermatological diseases. The leaf extracts of the figs are also used in treating hyperlipidemia, hyperglycemia, and reduces diabetes. In 2017, study on mice found that the extraction of fig leaf can be used as a treatment in preventing osteoporosis. However, several studies to examine allergy of the fig show that the ficus latex and papain cap causes asthma and allergen structures. This article aims to concentrate the fig structure, qualities, properties, benefits of the fig and the importance of reducing disease and health improvement. It also focuses on the benefit of the fig leaves and their medical side for treated disease. Consequently, it was found that the nutrients of the fig can treat several diseases such as gastric problem, cancer, skin constipation and also reduce Alzheimer because of their high level of mineral fiber, antioxidant, phenolic substance and other useful components as fig has been as a dish of paradise. God reminded Prophet Muhammad ﷺ in Surat Al-Teen, this is the evidence of the greatness of the fig because they contain important components of human health. Now the most important thing about the fig or any plant species is their nutrients or the ingredients. This table shows the nutrients and ingredients and their quantity according to the report in 2018. The nutrients in per 100 gram of the fig. Energy 74 kilocalories, water 79.1 gram, total lipid is 0.30 gram, protein is 0.75, fiber is 2.9, carbohydrate is 19.18, sugar is 16.26, iron is 0.3 milligram, calcium is 35 milligram, sodium is 1 gram, potassium is 232 milligram, and fatty acid and total saturated compound is 0.060 gram. Fig are free of sodium, fat-free, cholesterol-free, amino acid and antioxidant. Dried fig fruit contain mineral phenolics, flavonoids, saponins and alkaloid in concentration as indicated in the table 3. Here it is given the minerals and then its concentration in parts per million. Calcium is 1545.46, magnesium is 679, iron is 29 and zinc is 9.8. Then there is analyte and its content. Total flavonoids is 2.75 microgram. Then is crude alkaloid 9.6%. Total phenolic content that is 10.90 gram milligram, saponins that is 0.59%. Using high performance liquid chromatography, which is also known as the HPLC, in 2006 determined that fig contain a whole sum of flavonoids of leaf extract that is 70% ethanol. The study showed that the fresh fig contains sugar, organic acid, phenolic and antioxidant substance. Herein there are two types of drying process, oven drying and sun drying. According to the study, we realized that drying figs have more phenolic compound than fresh. During the study of photoactive compounds in fig, the result found contain sorrelin and bergaptin. It is shown that the fig leaf contains sorrelin in higher quantities than bergaptin. This table shows the phenolic content and the organic acids in fig. Phenolic profile is 3O and 5O caffeinic acid. Then there is ferulic acid, then is sorrelin, then there is bergaptin. Organic acids in fig are oxalic acids, citric acid, malic acid, fumaric acid. Now we are going its most important topic, that its uses. There are many uses of the fig, which are traditional uses and environmental uses and many traditional and contemporary uses. Ficus carica has been extensively used in traditional medicine for a wide range of ailments. Its bark, fruit, leaves, roots, and latex are medically used in different forms. Also, it is used in the combination with other medicinal plants, Laurus nobilis, traditionally known as patri, and together with the natural food such as honey and milk. In addition, in Mediterranean country, the fig is so widely used, both fresh and dry, that it is called the poor man's food. In Unani medicine, Ficus carica is used as a mild laxative, expectorant, diuretic, also in the treatment of diseases of liver and spleen. Latex is used as expectorant, diuretic. Leaves are used in antidiabetic and contact dermatitis in humans and phototoxicity in animals. Seeds used as edible oil and lubricant. Now we are going to study its pharmaceutical impact. Antispasmodic and antiplatelet. In 2008, conducted an experiment on rabbit and discovered that fig contained positive for alkaloids, flavonoids, saponins, sterols, terpenes, and that is good for the treatment of inflammatory disorders and gastrointestinal. Hepatoprotective. The effect of methanol extracted from the fig leaf on hepatoprotective was studied in 2007. It was found that the methanol lowers the level of aspartate aminotransferase, total serum bilirubin, and an alanine aminotransferase, and index of the lipid peroxidant of the liver. The extraction of dried fig leaves using petroleum ether for the treatment of liver disease. Therapy for cancer. Cancer is also known as to be highly prevalent disease all over the world. Several studies have been done in order to reduce the incidence of cancer. However, it was found that the presence of fig in food is related to the reduction of cancer disease. With regards to study in 2001, proved that fig contained the working is inhibiting cancer cell. Fig fruit latex contain high amount of anti-cancer, anti-inflammatory action, has positive effect against cancer. So the cancer can be treated by using figs. Control diabetes. Ficus carica extract tend to control diabetes syndrome because it contains antioxidant compound. Fig are rich in potassium that reduces amount of sugar in the blood. In 1998, it was found that addition of fig diet in insulin-dependent diabetes mellitus helps to control glycemia. Prevent constipation. Constipation could be reduced by the fig because it is considered as one of the laxative food. Figs promote smooth digestion because it's made up of fibers. Reduce the symptoms of Alzheimer. Experiments on the rats. First of all, we go through the experiments on the rats, then we will study its impact on humans. The experiment on the rats show that the effect of figs treatment on the Alzheimer in 2016 through scientific experiment on mice compared mice that supported their diet with 4% of the figs in 15 months with mice whose food was not supported with the fig. That is, there is a control group and there is an experimental group. And then the result of the two groups are compared. The results show that the fig reduced Alzheimer, improved memory, and decreased the anxiety-related behavior, but increased the ability to learn. So fig is very important for their memory as well. Then the weight loss, which is a major issue. Experiment using calorimetric method to compare the measurement of phenol in dried and fresh figs and examined that the dried figs contain highest number of phenolic antioxidant. Large proportion of dried figs should be served in diet because it contains high amount of phenol, antioxidant and fibers. Now the skin treatment, which is also very major issue nowadays. The skin is the largest organ of the body that coats the rest of the body and preserves and protects the internal organ of the body from external influence and is a mirror of the internal diseases. Studies have shown that the plants are used in treating skin diseases such as eczema and wart. Among these, figs are used in treating wart, pimples, and itching on the skin. Warts are the viral diseases on the skins which are previously treated with white fig latex and are considered infectious. Eczema is a common skin disease that begins with itching and redness of the skin and appearance of the vesicle and blisters. The main symptoms are severe itching and dryness in the skin. Study presented that an aqueous extract from the fig is effective in treating and reducing the symptom of the eczema. Now fig have also many environmental applications. Let's go some of the most important. Endophytic fungus. Four compounds were isolated from the culture Alternaria species and endophytic fungus of Ficus carica. On the basis of this spectroscopic data, that is NMR, HNMR, MS, the four compounds were identified as the fumitermogene B, fumitermogene C, halvolic acid, and cyclo. These compounds exhibit significant growth inhibition activity against tested phytopathogenic fungi, namely Alternaria. Larvicidal activity. The milky sap of the Ficus carica was found to be significant toxic action against early 4 stage of larva of Aedes aegypti, which can cause the disease with a lethal concentration. Biocontrol agent. Biological control of the parasite in organic farming is based on naturally occurring compounds and antagonists. Bacterial diseases are a serious problem in the greenhouse and in open field on different plants. Natural products of endophytes of Ficus carica could be utilized as a biocontrol agent. Now at the last, the most important, its reference from the Holy Quran, that Holy Quran is a miracle and the things which are mentioned in the Holy Quran are also have many important impact in our daily life. Now let's discuss its reference from the Holy Quran. Fig plant is one of the fruits mentioned in Quran along with the olives, grapes, banana and dates. It is mentioned in the Quran in Surah 95, which is also known as the Surah Al-Teen, and the verse 1, which narrates that I swear by the fig and the olive, which means that wattini was zaytuni. Now the description is given below. Hazrat Abu Darda Razitullah anha narrates that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that eat fig for it cures the piles and use for their rheumatism. Hazrat Abu Darda Razitullah anha narrates that someone presented the Prophet a plate of figs and he said, eat figs. If I would say a certain type of fig was sent down to us from the heavens, I would say it's a fig because it has no seeds. It ends the piles and it is used for the rheumatism. This is used in different disorders such as gastrointestinal indigestion, loss of appetite and diarrhea, respiratory that is sore throats, coughs, bronchial problems, inflammatory and cardiovascular disorder. Fig has traditionally used for its medical benefits as metabolic, cardiovascular, respiratory and antispasmodic and anti-inflammatory remedy. The root is tonic. Use Lycodema and Rigworm. The fruit is sweet, antipyretic, tonic, purgative, useful inflammation, weakness of paralysis and thirst, beta disease of head, disease of liver and spleen, pain in chest, cure piles, stimulant growth of hair. The milky use is expectorant, diuretic and dangerous for the eyes. Fig latex is used as the anthelmintic. Now we will conclude our whole discussion in a nutshell. In a nutshell, we can say that fig tree has been mentioned in the Holy Quran is a good source of fibers, vitamin A, B, C, made up of high level of iron, calcium and copper. Fig is specially an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial which contain high amounts of phenolics, organic compound and volatile acid. Fig has been used as a therapy of various diseases such as the inflammation, gastric problem, cancer, hepatoprotective, diabetes, constipation and can also reduce Alzheimer. Different parts of the ficus carica have been employed in the treatment of some ailments in varied geographical locations, like for kidney stone treatment. Its fruits and latex are prescribed in Nablus, Palestine, whereas the fruits and leaves are recommended in Pakistan. So in Pakistan, we mostly use its fruits and leaves for the treatment of the diseases. So according to this discussion, it means that the figs are mentioned in Quran, so we can also add figs in our diet. Now there are some references which I have studied and then I write this review article. Thank you.